Hello, Go Natural English learners. How are you today? I'm your English teacher, Gabby, and in this free English lesson, I'm going to show you some examples of the simple past tense versus present perfect because I know this is a confusing point in English, and these examples will help to clarify the way that native speakers use these two different tenses in natural English conversation, the way people really talk, not your textbook English. Now, this lesson is a sneak preview of what you'll find inside the Go Natural English Premium course, Fluent in Communication, where we talk a lot about different structures and how to use them naturally. It's not just a grammar course, but it's much, much more. So you can learn more about that at gonaturalenglish.com/premiumgne. Okay, so let me share these examples with you. I have 3 different examples behind me, and we're going to take a look at what happens when I make sentences with had or with have had. So let's take a look at the first one, 2 cups of coffee. Now, I'm enjoying my second cup of coffee right now. And so if I told you I've had 2 cups of coffee today so far, that would make the most sense because I'm still enjoying my coffee right now. But after I drank my coffee, I could say, I had 2 cups of coffee today. So, for example, in conversation, maybe you ask me, Gabby, would you like to have a cup of coffee? I might say, oh, thank you, but I've already had 2 cups of coffee today. Why would I say that even after I'm done drinking? I can say that because my answer is related to your current present question. So I'm relating what happened in the past, I drank 2 cups of coffee, it's a lot, to the present. That's why I'm using the present perfect. Now, it's okay to say, no thank you, I had 2 cups of coffee, but it's not really natural. I mean, I would understand what you're saying, but it's really not the best option out of the 2 options we have here. Okay, next, allergies. Okay, this is true. I've been struggling with allergies this season, unfortunately. Did you hear what I said? I've been struggling with allergies. So recently, and still at this moment, I've been having a problem with allergies, or I've been struggling with allergies. So I'm just feeling better today, but the last few days, like yesterday, I was almost better, 90%. Today, I would say I'm 99% better, but still I'm having a little bit of problems with my allergies. You know, stuffy nose, a little cough. It's not very fun to have allergies. Now, when I was traveling last month, I was in Brazil. I traveled to Brazil, and I had allergies in Brazil too. This is in the past. I'm talking about a trip that occurred in the past. I'm talking about last month, so I can say I had allergies. Now, if you ask me, Gabby, do you usually have allergies? I could say, yeah, I've had allergies in the past because I'm relating my experience in the past to your present question, okay? Now, finally, a good idea. Oh, I've had so many good ideas over my lifetime. So I could say I've had so many good ideas recently. I've been feeling very inspired. Now, when you're in a conversation and you want to interrupt or interject an idea, you could say, I had an idea. We could go get some more coffee. Or I had an idea. Why don't we blah, 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 blah. Okay, so to enter a conversation, it's natural to say, I had an idea. Or it's very natural to also say, I have an idea in the present tense. But in this video, we're talking about the past tense versus the present perfect. So you could say, I had an idea, or I have an idea to enter a conversation. If I was talking about my past, I could say, I had a good idea, or I had what I thought was a good idea. I thought it would be a good idea to not use sunscreen because I wanted to get some color on my skin, but then I got a sunburn. So I put that idea in the past tense. I had